Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied up. Ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. You know I'm a D.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commander's Field here in Landover, Maryland. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They go play action. Daniels. Complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down. You look at this Bears defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards the pickup, first down Washington. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. And they'll send the tight end in motion. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. He will push his way down to about the 14. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Once more, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. You talk about this Washington defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. because when this combination is going good.
That one out wide and intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
To throw is Daniels. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Play action, now it's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. T.J. Edwards able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing now is Daniels. To the right side and intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 53 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now Daniels. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. To the air goes Daniels. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Back to throw. Daniels escaping the pressure right. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Washington. Isaiah Pacheco from 10 yards out. And Washington has taken the lead. The York on now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
Fights loose. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Williams.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Rome Odunze,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Santos now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 35.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. To throw, Williams. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Williams. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. A give up the middle to right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll give this to Wright, running right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Daniels going to throw for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely to pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, here's Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To the air, Williams.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
That third down conversion good for 23.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 75.
And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he'd continue to do so.
Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. They go play action. Daniels got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 13 yards remaining on second down. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. They'll work the middle here with Wright, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll go again here with Wright. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Come on, boys. Let's pound the rock.
Here's Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. Got his man complete over the middle. That's right. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Daniels. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long. And it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
Here's Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Gets this to Moore.
Oh, he sheds himself free.
Still going. Inside the 20, DJ Moore.
Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
They look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10.
He's back to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Daniels taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. Here's 1st down.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock's going to stop with 37 seconds to go in the 4th.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A pass complete to Moore. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And the crowd a major factor now. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams.
Flush to his right. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.